What's up, world? This is a super extended pop news from batteriesalsoincluded.com. My name is David, much like the Hebrew king of old. Where's Goliath, you ask? He's in my pants. Goliath is my penis. First up today is news out of the TV world that an old series from the 70s is going to get a modernized reboot. That show? The Brady Bunch. Now before the jeering begins, know that it will be produced by funny man Vince Vaughn, along with the writer behind the My Name is Earl show. It'll be focused on the youngest Brady kid from back in the day, Bobby, who has grown up and now has his own blended family. It's actually a little interesting, but the 88-year-old Ann B. Davis isn't cast as an incredibly old and feeble Alice the Maid. I'm out. News from the CW network is the comics character Deadshot will make an appearance in the new show Arrow. The villainous marksman will be played by Michael Rowe, not the Dirty Jobs guy. This is somebody completely different. Now I know it's the CW, but I have high hopes for this show because I love Green Arrow, and Smallville was pretty good most of the time. Now I hear the GA will be a little liberal. It sounds kind of odd that a bow and arrow wielding vigilante who kills on occasions will be pro-gun control, but whatevs. I don't care. I just want to see a boxing glove arrow in action, impacting someone's groin preferably. Now in the book world, I know a lot of people out there have played a bunch of the Street Fighter games, and novels based in the universe of Street Fighter have been announced. They're titled Super Street Fighter New Generation and Akuma Origins. Now the plot of New Generation continues the story of Street Fighter from the SF3 era, and Akuma Origins is totally going to be all about Zangief. And if you believe that, then you'll be happy to know I was bitten by a radioactive snail and have developed some of the weirdest superpowers in the world. Anyway, New Generation is going to be on the shelves possibly in November. Personally, the story falls to the wayside. All of a sudden, I just want to psycho crush somebody so badly right now. The details of the MMO Star Wars: The Old Republic's free-to-play options have been divulged. Basically, players can play for free with any class to level 50, but higher level content and new stuff patched in later won't be free, and cartel coins, who have been introduced as an in-game currency subscribers get as a reward, and can be purchased with real-life money, to get vanity pets or awesome customizable gear. Now, when SWTOR came out, I was stoked, and I loved it. Sure, it got some flack. A lot of biodrones on the net got pissed off at it. So I'm sad to see it going free to play. With that said, my 85 druid can totally freaking stomp the entirety of the Sith race. In comic book news, writer and artist shakeups are occurring this November as Avengers vs. X-Men ends. 3 new Avengers titles and a new X-Men series have already been announced. Now it is believed that Mark Waid will pen a new Hulk title, Jason Aaron a Thor title, and Kieran Gillen the Iron Man title. But where's the Mighty David title? There should be one of those. After all, I have freaking super Snell powers. Game developers from Capcom have confirmed an unlockable campaign for Ada Wong in Resident Evil 6. And the logo still looks like a giraffe getting sucked off. That is all. Now on the next news front, also video game related, Square Enix has excited fans by saying an announcement regarding a sequel to Final Fantasy XIII and 13-2 will be made during a 3-day anniversary event at the end of August. There is no more DLC for 13-2, and Final Fantasy XIII Versus is still in production. Also announced is the release of Final Fantasy VII for PC during the event. Now can someone please tell me why the hell none of these fantasies are final? Google, our overlord, has announced an indefinite delay to the awesome ball of media streaming called the Nexus Q. They're taking it back to the labs for further enhancements and an all-new design. And they promised via email to anybody who pre-ordered that when it finally is released, they're getting it for free. And now I regret not pre-ordering it. I gotta say, this is quite generous, Google, but for those that didn't pre-order it, it's going to have a $300 price tag. Come on, Google, show some love for the rest of us. You're already rich in both cash and the souls of mankind. Can't you just throw us a frickin' bone? That being said, that's the last of the news for today's Pop News cast. Thanks for sticking it out, and as a reward, keep looking in your mailbox for a turkey sandwich on rye bread. You deserved it. Follow us on the Twitter at 2batteries also, and Goliath at David Barentine. Also like us on Facebook. And quit being shady about that and do it already. Geez, you guys are like church kids discovering masturbation for the first time. You don't want to do it at first, but when you do, oh glory.